The first commemoration of Women in Science Day was in 2016 during the Commission of Social Policy and Development, which was organized by RASIT and DESA. I'd like to welcome Ms. Daniela Bass, the Director of Division for Social Policy and Development. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for having invited me. It has been already, if I may say, a friendship that started 3 years ago with Royal Highness Dr. Nisreen El-Hashemite. Thank you so much for various reasons, professional and else. So you're very dear to my heart as a person, and this topic is very dear to my heart as a professional and as a person. And thanks also to Royal Highness Zain El-Hashemite, sorry about the pronunciation, who shared with me some of his passions. And it's always very nice to see not only very important people who are going to play a role in this society, already playing it, that have also passions. It's very important to have passions. And all those honorable people sitting around at this table, thank you very much. And also to the Republic of Malta for having invited me here today. 3 eyes. This is what I would like the division, I have the honor to lead the Division for Social Policy and Development in the Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Eye, one eye, second eyes, third one, eyes. But actually, I'm not going to talk about Oriental philosophies today. The 3 eyes I mean are I like inclusion. I like reducing inequalities. And the third I, impact. Now, I do believe that what you have been discussing here today, and you will go throughout the day and tomorrow as well, I believe, is meant to have an impact. And I really want to congratulate here the content of all the speeches, because it allows me not to strengthen what you already said in terms of remember, about those who are remembered and forgotten, about prejudices and barriers and stereotypes, about terrorism. I used to work in the field of, I wrote on behalf of the European Union years ago, important publications about terrorism and anti-terrorism, and I do know how STEM, which means science, technology, engineering, and math can play in this field. So congratulations for all what you have said, but I would like to congratulate somebody else here. So far, what we have heard was mainly referred to women, adult women, in terms of the language we used and the content. I would like to embrace youth. I see so many young people here. So allow me to share with youth what we're trying to achieve here today and tomorrow with you. And thank you for having listened so carefully to such a difficult language. And yet, you were paying attention. Thank you. Now, youth, you see, is one of the focal points in the Department of Economic and Social Affairs that is, through the division I lead, the focal point for the whole United Nations system. The whole UN. It's a big family. So when we talk about inclusion, I would really like to hear what young people have to say about this topic. We're talking about them. But I would like to talk with them. I would like, yes, It would be.
Science panel tomorrow have their own, and please join them.
Thank you. This is fantastic. This is exactly what we want to achieve. To hear women and girls, or allow me, when I was called a child at your age, I was kind of offended because I felt I was a big woman. So you are little big women, okay? The same applies to boys. So you see, what we are discussing here today and tomorrow is to make some changes, right? And what adults call these changes, they're called policy and norms. You might wonder, what are they talking about? It's kind of solutions that you can bring to the attention of older people who might facilitate opening doors to you. Also in this organization, this is a very complex organization. Imagine a castle with 1,000 rooms. Wow, it can be confusing, right? So we can help you to go through all those floors and all those corridors and all those rooms to a beautiful garden. You are the beautiful garden. You tell us what plants you think we should plant there for the planet where you are going to be living, you're already living in, right? So your ideas, we can help you to transform them in policies, actions, impact, and in norms, things that regulate. You know, when you sit at the table, mother and father say, don't do this, do that, this is proper, that's not really proper. These are rules and regulations. We can help you to translate these rules and regulations in a language that is kind of complicated. But this is the language we speak here. And what we can do, we who work here in this space, in this organization, we can offer you a space. This is a beautiful space put at your disposal today and tomorrow. But then your ideas that we will help you to translate in policies and norms. So whatever is going to be the outcome document, what we adults call, then it has to find a space to be transformed in policies and norms. Now, me, as humble director of the Division for Social Policy and Development that supports two major organisms, subsidiary bodies, the Commission for Social Development and the Permanent Forum of Indigenous Peoples, I can try to humbly offer you the space where you bring all your ideas, and there we can discuss them and transform them in policies and norms. We are doing the same when it comes, for instance, to a specific group of young people and women in STEM, or they would like to be in STEM. Definitely, they benefit a lot of STEM. Women and girls with disabilities that are even more discriminated. Technology can enhance life of young women and girls and men as well. It's gender balanced. You see, you, women and girls in science and technology, etc., can really make sure that the world is good for everybody, men and women, or whatever gender we want to talk about. You can really have an impact. So I will stop here. Just telling you, there is a wonderful report prepared by the Secretary General about women and girls with disabilities and the relevance science has also to improve health and well-being and education. And I could go on and on and on. And fun. It can be fun. It should be fun. Right? So I spoke to youth now. Allow me if my language was a little bit more simple. If I haven't spoken about resolutions and stuff, I let that to others. And we would really like to have your energy, passion for the 3 I's. What are the 3 I's? Inclusion, reducing inequalities, and above all, impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Daniela Bass. I'm sure I and everyone else will remember the 3 I's as we carry on with our lives. And I have to completely agree with you. I hate it when people call me just a girl. You're good for your age, gender. You're good at chemistry for a girl. You're good at soccer for a girl. But then I stayed really strong for that, and that's how I got here today. And I thank everyone so much for supporting us youth.